Hello, and welcome to my video presentation for Assessment 1 of Block 2. In this video, I will be thinking about how the many elements in my selected place have agency, how and we are all entangled with these elements with this place in mind, and how we can use these entanglements to understand different languages such as science. I came across many elements throughout my nature walk, including trees, river and water, birds and other wildlife, logs and wooded objects, leaves and grass, as well as many other elements. I will link the related elements with the entanglements we might associate them with and how they might make us feel, as Palo 2009 believes the significance linking their sense of place and identities together with the place where they live by calling their attention to the air, the sky, the cracks in the sidewalk where the earth busts out of its cement cage. As I walked into the wooded areas, I was greeted with the trickling and splashing sound of the river that flowed through this space. I noticed the sounds, which helped me make me feel calm and serene, but also allowed me to observe the little things, such as the pace of the river and the plethora of stones and pebbles. I observed the rapids, as well as the movement of objects within the water. I then entered the woods, and as I did, I started to hear the sounds of the falling autumn leaves below my feet. As I started to relate to the sounds and imagery around me, I thought of and felt the importance of the history of this nature. Although I'm not in Australia, in fact I'm in Wales in the UK, it's hard not to relate the importance of Aboriginal culture and to note how we should encourage ourselves to understand the Aboriginal history, cultures and perspectives of the spaces we become accustomed to. As Hannah Boucher, 2017 states that we should attune to the places around us in ways that do not always begin with a settler colonial gaze, but rather engaging with reconciliation discourses, discussions, and to not shy away from this messy work, even if it is unsettling and uncomfortable, as this is important in growing our understanding and relations to the natural world. Whilst wandering around the forested maze, I came across an area where land had been purposely burnt and vandalised. This area shows the slight destruction humans can cause on this planet, and therefore shows signs of the effects of climate change, which Lorio et al. 2017 signifies as evidence of the lack of connection between humans and the Earth, calling for a rethinking of the relationships between humans and the planet, which I believe empowers me to share the importance of relating land and natural space to our lives and learning to impact for the better of the planet. As I ventured further into this wondrous place of forestry leaves and green mazes, I started to listen to the various bird calls, which were harmonious and peaceful. Allowing myself to stand still and pay attention to the various wildlife that surrounded me allowed me to think of how birds communicate with each other, the number of bird species that live within this wooded space, amongst other questions. Palo 2009 related to the myriad of my self-questioning, stating intellectual and critical knowledge needs a foundation of sensual awareness. And for very young children, sensual awareness is the starting place for other learning. For example, how does the air feel on your skin? What birds do you hear on the ground? Therefore, it's important we raise these questions for ourselves to help respond to children and their various connections to the outside world. I want to conclude this assignment with the following statement, quoted by Palo 2009, who believes, to foster a love for place, we must engage our bodies and our hearts, as well as our minds, in a specific place. This experience has allowed me to connect myself and my future teaching to this related space by allowing me to focus on the language of science within this wooded space and offering me opportunities to impact my teaching and my planning. Thank you for watching.